On January 2nd, 2015, adequate notice of this meeting pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act has been furnished by inclusion thereof in the annual schedule of meetings for 2015, which has been posted on the bulletin board at Borough Hall, filed with Borough Clerk, faxed to the Our Town Director of the Community News and the County State newspapers, and distributed to all persons if any requesting copies of same pursuant to said act. In case of an emergency or fire alarm, you must evacuate the building by using any of the exit doors in the room. They're immediately to my right, and double doors at the rear of the room. Occupants must exit the building by using the staircase and not the elevator. This meeting is being recorded by both video and audio and may be viewed broadcast.
Is the Reverend Gordon out there? Okay. Salute to the flag, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any items on or off the agenda? Okay. Proclamations and presentations. Roll call.
Mayor Fabret.
Here.
Council members. Gervino.
Here.
Tahir.
Here.
Eisenberg.
Here.
Nessa.
Here.
Lindenau.
Here.
Maloney is absent. Borough Attorney Ronald Barrio.
Here.
Borough Administrator Roberta Stern is absent. Borough Clerk Jean Pellegra is present.
Thank you. As I'm sure some of you are aware, you read in the paper, our two police officers were involved in an apprehension of a suspect in a bank robbery. On February 25th, Maywood PD received a request from the Lowell Police Department to assist in a reported bank robbery that just occurred on Essex Street. Sergeant Timothy Moran and Officer Glenn Tuchek were the first officers to arrive and immediately began canvassing the area. The officers observed two individuals leaving the Dunkin' Donuts walking westbound on Essex towards Maybrook Drive. One of the individuals fit the description of the actor involved in the robbery and soon walked away from the second individual onto Maybrook Drive. Officers Moran and Tuchek stopped him as he was about to enter a New York registered vehicle parked nearby. During the interview and subsequent search of this person, a handgun and cash proceeds were found in his possession, and he was placed under arrest. A positive ID was made by bank employees, and the individual was turned over to the Lowell Police. The following day, it was learned that the same individual was responsible for a bank robbery in Toms River. Needless to say, thanks to the awareness of Sergeant Moran and Officer Tuchek, a bank robbery was solved and a violent criminal was put where he belongs, behind bars, because there was no doubt that this person would continue this spree unless he was caught. I guess the lesson here is get the donuts before you rob the bank. And also, don't rob one in the proximity of Maywood. The people of this borough are what make this borough Mayberry, but the police department in this borough are what keep it that way. So I want to thank you guys, and with that, Sergeant Moran and Officer Tuchek, would you please come up? Massa, would you please join me? We have a certificate of commendation. It says to both police officers, in recognition of the valor and dedication you have exhibited in safeguarding the lives and property of the citizens in and for the borough of Maywood. See, I see we got some Youth Month participants here. We have Andrew, Gianna, and Reese. Reese, are you here? Yep, there we go. Welcome again. We got one more proclamation. April is, this being about April, is going to be Autism Awareness Month. We have a proclamation. It says, whereas autism is a general term used to describe... I'm sorry. This print is a little smaller than the other print. Whereas autism is a general term used to describe a group of complex developmental brain disorders, autism spectrum disorders, caused by a combination of genes and environmental influences. These disorders are characterized in varying degrees by social and behavioral challenges as well as repetitive behaviors. And whereas an estimated 1 in 88 children in the U.S. is on the autism spectrum, a 600% increase in the past 2 decades that is only partly explained by improved diagnosis. And whereas the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention have called autism a national public health crisis whose cause and cure remain unknown. And whereas on December 18, 2007, the United Nations General Assembly adopted Resolution 62-139, World Autism Awareness Day, by unanimous consent, encouraging UN member states to take measures to raise awareness about autism throughout society and to promote early diagnosis and early behavioral intervention. Whereas the aims of World Autism Awareness Day are to inform the general public about the global health crisis of autism, stress the importance of early diagnosis and early intervention, and to celebrate the unique talents and qualities of individuals with autism. Whereas autism is a lifelong condition in which the bulk of cost falls in adulthood, creating an enormous economic impact. Now, therefore, I, Adrian J. Fabre, Mayor of the Borough of Maywood, County of Bergen, and the State of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim Thursday, April 2nd, 2015, as World Autism Awareness Day, and the month of April 2015 as Autism Awareness Month. Thank you. Meeting open to the public. Anyone wish to speak? How are you?
Good.
Please state your name and your address.
My name is Gianna Gervino, and my address is 469 Hill Street in Maywood. I was wondering if my Girl Scout Troop 825, led by Liz Grinko, would be able to plant fruits and vegetables in the community garden in progress to receive our Gold Award.
You absolutely can, but that's been discussed already. You guys should probably come to our next Green Team meeting.
Okay.
We'll have the applications available shortly as well.
Yes.
For your troop leader to complete, you can contact me directly, all right?
Okay, thank you.
Yes, I, as a member of the Green Team, I can tell you yes.
Okay.
You guys can, absolutely.
Thank you.
Anyone else wish to speak? Okay, close the meeting to the public. We have no pending ordinances. Approval of minutes. Is there a motion for the approval of the February 3rd, 2015 and February 10th, 2015 work session minutes and the February 24th, 2015 council meeting minutes?
Motion to approve. Second.
Roll call.
Trevino?
Yes, to the 24th, I have to abstain from the 3rd and the 10th. I was not present.
DeHere?
Yes.
Eisenberg?
Yes.
Nestor?
Yes.
Lindenau?
Yes.
Presentation of bills and claims and request for public comment. Okay, nobody has anything to say. Motion for the approval?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Roll call?
Trevino?
Yes.
DeHere?
Yes.
Eisenberg?
Yes.
Nestor?
Yes.
Lindenau?
Yes.
Correspondence and report of the Borough Clerk.
I just want to bring to your attention there was an additional resolution that was added that we did discuss at the work session regarding the engineer, authorizing him to move forward with the drug-free zone map, and then we'll have I would assume at our next meeting, an ordinance to introduce. And that's all I have this evening.
Thank you. Report of the attorney.
Briefly, Mr. Mayor, there was maybe 100 emails going back and forth regarding the Maywood Avenue, the 370 Maywood Avenue. There was the flooding issues. The borough engineer and the developers' representatives had scheduled for this Thursday the percolating test. However, weather forecast shows 90% chance of rain, so they put it off until Tuesday of next week, which appears to be clear. So he's been working diligently in connection with that. And aside from that, I have a closed session item.
Committee reports. Councilman Trevino.
For the finance, we had a preliminary meeting with the CFO regarding the budget, and so far everything looks good. We have around $2 million outstanding from last year surplus, and we're in the process of scheduling meetings, and we'll have more information about the budget after those meetings happen.
Okay. Councilman DeHare.
Yes, thank you, Mr. Mayor. One item. Further to what Borough Attorney Dario mentioned, I met on March 19th. I met with some residents on Jager Avenue to survey the condition that we've been talking about that's caused by the construction. And fortunately, with the melting going somewhat slow, it hasn't been a flooding problem, but the backyards are very wet and just very soggy. But the flooding has not occurred again. The bales of hay that they have put up on the new side of the fence have helped a little bit, as well as the thawing of the ground. The ground's absorbing the water coming down, so that has been a big help. I also spoke to the borough engineer on Monday, and as Mr. Dario said, they are following up with the developer on items such as the topography changes and the test pits. And as he said, he'll be getting back to us shortly as soon as he has more information. But they are on it, and quite honestly, I assured the people that I spoke to that this will not be an item that will be forgotten.
Thank you, Mr. DeHare. Councilman Eisenberg.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First, I had the pleasure of attending the Maywood Ave PTO Comedy Night this past Saturday night, and former Mayor Padavano was there as well, and Councilman Gervino was there, and it was a very good time. I think everybody was laughing quite a bit with the entertainment, and it was a good fundraiser for the school. I was asked by a couple of residents to take a look at the dog ordinances, and there's a number of them. There's 50 references that I found to it, doing a search of the E-codes in all different sections. And one of the things that was of concern to one of the residents was where you can walk your dog. According to the ordinance, it says no dog owner shall permit, cause, or encourage any dog to deposit litter on any public property other than streets. So it talks about the litter there. Then it says no dog owner shall permit, cause, or encourage any dog to deposit litter on any private property without the express consent of the owner of such property. It was then pointed out to me by one of the residents who's here tonight that we actually define street, and it excludes the sidewalk and the grass strip. And then, of course, all of that is encompassed by a municipal easement, which varies from place to place, but is roughly 10 or so feet inward. But there's some ambiguity about where you can walk your dog, and also where your dog can deposit its litter, and then, of course, you'd be responsible for picking that up. So some of that, I think, needs to be clarified when Councilman Messer and I meet next month to go over some of these ordinances, especially because I think the way it's worded, there's a lot of people that are presently in violation of the ordinance. Now, the clerk brought to my attention that there's a long history with respect to this, and there's some concerns, and I would welcome her input when Councilman Messer and I meet. That's my report. Thank you, Mr. Mayor.
Thank you, Mr. Eisenberg. Mr. Messar.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. First and foremost, again, I would like to say congratulations to Sergeant Moran and Officer Kuchek for their fine work. Also, as a resident, I want to say thank you to Chief Pegg and Captain Natal and the entire Maywood Police Force for keeping Maywood what it is and how safe it is. And outstanding job. Please continue the outstanding work in making Maywood what it is. A couple of notes from the police department. The drug disposal box has arrived, courtesy of CBS, as Chief Pegg reports. Once they receive word from the Bergen County Prosecutor's Office, they will be installing in the lobby. And also on April 16th, Maywood Avenue School 5th grade Youth Leadership Program graduation. Officer Perotti has run this program for many years, from what I understand. It covers many aspects of safety and leadership, drug awareness, smoking, bicycle safety, peer pressure, to name a few, and I've had the pleasure of attending this in the past, and I look forward to the event again in the near future. From the Recreation Department, I have a couple of quick announcements. First and foremost, the movie Big Hero 6 will be featured at the library on Wednesday, April 8th at 5:30. Also, I'd like to announce that there will be a townwide garage sale on May 16th and 17th, Saturday and Sunday. Addresses for whoever picks up a permit for this, it's $5 at Borough Hall. Your address will be put on a master list, which can be picked up at the Borough as participating in this event. And the sale will be advertised in the Record, the Town, the county seat, and the community news. So it's a good event, great event. I had the pleasure of attending the First Aid Squad meeting this month in lieu of Councilman Maroney, who was out of town for business. And a couple of words about the First Aid Squad, the volunteer First Aid Squad here in Maywood. Me being a volunteer myself, everybody up here, the councilman, the mayor, we're all volunteers. First Aid Squad is one of the toughest volunteer roles in this borough. The amount of training that's required is mind-blowing. And you're in a lot of very tough situations. Nobody calls you when they're feeling good. Nobody calls the First Aid Squad when things are great. They call the First Aid Squad when they need help. It's a very quiet job that they do. It's not in front of the public. There are no parades. There are very few ceremonies. You don't really know them or need them until you need them. They're a very spirited, passionate group, but their numbers are few. And I implore everyone in this borough who has a willingness to serve to consider joining the First Aid Squad. Help them so that they can be there to help you when you need it. That's it, Mr. Mayor. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Messar. Mr. Lindenau.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Just briefly, the DPW is hoping that last Friday was the last time they had to go out and salt the roads and do a little plowing. They're looking forward to getting the salters off the trucks, maintenance, and then putting them away for next year. And they are already, excuse me, working on the fields, hoping to have them ready for opening day for baseball. So there's a lot to be done, but they're all over it right now. That's all I have tonight, sir. Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Lindenau. I just want to say how nice it is to not have snow on the ground, and spring is on the way, and evidencing that, besides the sunny weather we have lately, is you'll see Mr. Jelinski was out on the avenue putting up Easter decorations. And that's always a sign that Easter's and spring is on the way, so I'd like to thank him. Just briefly, the Maywood Fire Police is sponsoring a bus trip to Sands Casino in Pennsylvania on March 28, 2015. And let's see, pickups and drop-offs will be at Memorial School parking lot. And if you have any questions, please call 201-368-1299. Ask for Therese Goodman. That's all I have. And let's see what we have next. No resignations. Appointments. Now I see. Well, appointments, we have Michael Pegg as a regular member of the Peerless Engine Company, effective March 24th, 2015. Is there a motion for the appointment?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call.
Trevino?
Yes.
DeHere?
Yes.
Eisenberg?
Yes.
Messer?
Yes.
Lindenau?
Yes.
Please tell them congratulations for me. council approve of the following. From the Untouchables Motorcycle Club, request to make an application for a social affair permit at their clubhouse, 216 Hergesell Avenue, Maywood, for a fundraiser on June 20, 2015, from 3 p.m. to 10 p.m. Is there a motion for the approval?
So moved. Second.
Roll call.
Trevino?
Yes.
DeHere?
Yes.
Eisenberg?
Yes.
Messer?
Yes.
Lindenau?
Yes.
Okay, resolutions by title.
Resolution 5715, resolution authorizing the redemption of a tax sale certificate for Block 76, Block 22. Resolution 5815, transfer of appropriation reserves. Resolution 5915, appointment of Sally J. Miller as registrar for the Borough of Maywood. Resolution 6015, resolution authorizing Niglia Engineering to prepare and amend the drug driving through school zones and drug-free zone map for the Borough of Maywood, Bergen County, New Jersey.
Is there a motion for the approval?
Motion approved.
Second.
Discussion.
Sure.
Just with respect to the transfer of appropriations, as I said at a prior time when we did this, it would be nice if the CFO gave us a little bit of a report as to why some departments are running under and why others are running over. I don't have any problem with approving the transfer, but I think that the council should get a little bit more information as a regular procedure with respect to this. That's it.
Thank you, Councilman. I'll make a note to Roberta and have her focus check on that. Roll call.
Trevino?
Yes.
DeHere?
Yes.
Eisenberg?
Yes.
Messer?
Yes.
Lindenau?
Yes.
Okay, we have no ordinances. Any new business? Any old business? Any miscellaneous business? Okay, we have a closed session. I have two items for closed session. One is personnel and one is contract.
Oh, you have two items, all right. Total of three.
One of mine might be yours, so I'm not sure.
Okay. Is there a motion for close?
So moved.
Second?
Second.
Second. Roll call.
Trevino?
Yes.
DeHere?
Yes.
Eisenberg?
Yes.
Messer?
Yes.
Lindenau?
Yes.
Be resolved by the Mayor and Council of Borough of Maywood, pursuant to provision of the Open Public Meeting Act, the Mayor and Council meet in closed session to discuss the following subject matters. Subsection 7, dealing with anticipated litigation. Subsection 8, dealing with personnel matters. And subsection 6, dealing with items involving protection of the safety and property of public. Be it resolved that precisely as can be determined at this time, the discussion conducted in said closed session can be disclosed to the public upon taking final action thereon, provided disclosure not violate the attorney-client privilege or constitute undue invasion of privacy. Be it further resolved, the Mayor and Council of Borough of Maywood do not envision their return to open session, but reserve the right to do so.
Okay, just before we do that, probably should ask you guys, do you guys have any questions? Youth month, guys. Anything? Nothing? We had yours, so...
Mr. Mayor,
Yes,
can I ask them a question?
please.
This is the second time you've come to a council meeting, right? What have you learned from this? What's your one takeaway from the two times that you've been here, or the one time that you've been here? What's your takeaway? Reese, you first.
Why don't you come up to the mic?
No holds barred. You can say whatever you want. This is good feedback.
I mean, well, I've learned a lot about the town and what's been going on a lot. I found that very interesting. Yeah.
Did you know that the mayor and council had meetings twice a month to talk about town issues, or is that something that you learned just
Well,
recently?
I thought usually it would be once a month. I didn't know.
You didn't know it was twice a month?
No.
Okay. No, that's good.
Yeah, well, that's it. Yeah.
You learned.
Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you.
No problem.
AJ? Sorry to put you on the spot, but...
Yeah, I was going to say.
You're right.
I found the dog walking thing, how the streets aren't really defined as to where you should walk your dog, so.
Yeah, a lot of these things come up from time to time, ordinances about different things, discussions about sidewalks, streets. It's, sometimes it's mind-numbing, but, you know, it has to be done. Good, thank you. Last but not least.
Flowers, community garden.
Now, you know it's twice a month because your dad's gone.
Yeah.
And you also know that if somebody from the public has a question on something, they can come to the meeting and ask, like you did.
I find it very interesting how you guys like discuss a very broad range of topics. I thought it was more like straightforward on like the town, but you include like other things with like the schools and the like DSW and stuff like that.
Right. We don't have jurisdiction over the school or certain things, but we're all Maywood. You know, they're all the same town. So in the synergy that is our town, you know, we're all part of the same equation. So everything affects everybody. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Thank you for coming to Youth Month. Okay.
Thank you
Look
very
forward to
much.
seeing you at the ceremony.
And I think we're gonna, Rec Director Shealy is gonna have a nice little brunch for you guys, everybody who participated. So thank you very much again. Thank you, Susan.
What is that?
She will be sending out the emails.
I believe
We are in closed.
Ron?